In this video, I'm going to be heading out to my backyard. Okay, maybe my backyard isn't that cool, but we still have like spiders and, like snakes. But I'm going to be looking for every kind of wild plant I can turn into tea and trying it out. Let's get started. So if I'm going to be honest, I don't think the hardest part is going to be necessarily cooking the tea, although there's probably a different way for cooking each kind of tea. I think the hardest part is actually going to be finding it. So there's around 6 or 7 teas that we're going for, although there is about 20 that I could possibly find. So I don't even know if I can name all of them, but we're going to give it our best shot. So we're going to go for pine needle tea, Yopon holly tea, sassafras tea, black walnut tea, something slippery oak tea. Oh, you have honeysuckle tea, and then I think there's blackberry leaf tea, something like that. Those are 7 that I'm pretty sure I can find. Well, I don't know about the slippery pine thing. I never even heard of that. I know we can at least find sassafras, Yopon holly, and pine needle. Anyway, that's enough jibber jabber. Let's start looking for some tea. In our woods, Yopon holly is everywhere. Right here, Yopon holly. Right there's another Yopon holly. A whole little area right there is just Yopon holly. And I actually had a video where all I did was make Yopon holly right there, which I'll probably go into a little bit more detail about this. If you want to watch it, there'll be a link in the description. I'm gonna go ahead and call that good for Yopon holly. Alright, let's go try to find some pine needle tea, which is kind of hard because pine trees are kind of tall. But we're gonna give it our best shot. I think we could probably find a little pine tree sapling somewhere that's only probably like 4 feet tall. Hopefully this pine tree should be able to recover after this. And imagine that would be enough for 1 cup of tea. So right here, I'm pretty sure this is a sweet gum tree. I do have pictures of the leaf, but when I get back, I'll do a little bit more research because you definitely don't want to accidentally get the wrong thing when you're making tea, because you will get every piece of poison out of that leaf that there could ever be. But these look like quite new leaves, so I guess we'll just go ahead and pick some off. Right here is a bunch of clover. You can see there's some honeybees on it. Hopefully they're my honeybees. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to just be able to eat this stuff. I should probably do some more research on something before I go chomping down on it. And I finally found the blackberry plant I was looking for. And I thought this was a honeysuckle, but it turns out it was some other species. And finally, I found the sassafras tree I was looking for, and you don't get the leaves, you actually get the roots. So now I've got everything I need. I've got the blackberry leaves, I've got the sweet gum leaves, I've got the Yopon leaves, I've got the pine straw, and of course the sassafras roots. I rinsed them off, and I had to chop up the sassafras roots to really get the flavor. Now this does involve a lot of cooking, which I'm not good at, so I called up GSG Outdoors, world-renowned chef, and he basically told me, yeah, you're probably gonna fail. And that may not been exactly be said, but let's get to cooking. So I'm going to spread the Yopon leaves out on this pan, and then I have to put them in the oven. So after cooking for a couple seconds, I realized that I had forgot that I've got to cook the sweet gum leaves the same way, so I cleared out a little spot and put them in there. Not a big mistake yet. Now at first I tried to use a strainer and pour the water in there to keep, debris out. That didn't work, so I just poured it straight into the cup and nothing really got in there. And about that time, the Yopon and the sweet gum leaves were ready to go. Now it's time to move on to the pine needle tea, and I actually got a comment in my last video around pine needle tea, and they gave a very good description of how to cook it, so hopefully I did it the right way this time. And then I had to crunch up the Yopon and the sweet gum leaves, because that's kind of what you do. Then I put them in these little capsule things that you can actually put down into your teacup, and all you have to do is pour some boiling water in there. So it made it quite simple. Alright, so we have all the teas laid out right here. Right here, I'm pretty sure this is blackberry. This should be Yopon. This should be pine needle. That should be sweet gum. And then that is definitely sassafras tea. So we're going to try them all just how they are. I guess like how the Indians would have drank the tea. And then we're going to add half and half and some sugar to actually make it taste good. So, taste something like this. I can already tell you it ain't going to taste that great. But we're going to go ahead and do it. So, starting with the blackberry tea, which I hope I really got blackberry leaves. First taste test. It's raining outside. Oh, yeah. That was not bad at all. Like, I could drink it just like that. It had a slight lemon taste, which I actually think that's the taste that poisonous foods are supposed to have. But anyway, that was not bad. I could drink that. Now, I did not use a lot of blackberry leaves, but that wasn't bad at all. I'd probably give it a 4 out of 10 or a 3. But as far as like wild teas go that you get out of the woods, I would probably give that a 7 or an 8. So moving on, right here, this is the Yopon tea. Don't expect too much. But it does have caffeine, so. Pretty bad, but I think I could get used to it and it actually wouldn't be that bad. But I still think the blackberry tea is a little bit better. And as far as wild teas go, I would probably give that more like a 5 or a 4. Moving on to the pine needle tea, which I think is actually going to taste pretty good, especially since this time I think I cooked it how you're supposed to. Here we go. Didn't have much of a taste, honestly. It wasn't bad. So this is number 1, 2. So far this is number 3, but I think it'll quickly get dethroned. Here we go for the sweet gum, which I think is going to taste pretty good because the leaves smell amazing. So it is also supposed to be good for like if you have a flu or something. But here we go. It almost had like a really good tea flavor in there, but then it kind of got a little bitter. I do think I probably should have added some more in there. We're going to go ahead and just switch it around just like that. We're going to try the sassafras tea, which smells really good. It smells like root beer. It has sort of a root beer minty taste. Aftertaste is good, but the first taste is bad. Now, I think that I'll just put like 2 cups of sugar. Well, that'll be about good. Go for the official taste test. So we're going to start out with the blackberry, go back down, we'll change it out, and yeah, let's get straight into it. Starting off with the blackberry. Kind of killed the flavor. Still didn't taste bad, but it's not necessarily something I would enjoy drinking. Moving on to the Yopon. That tasted really good, actually. But that was definitely better than the blackberry. We go for the sweet gum. It almost is kind of like you're eating bark. Still better than the blackberry, because the blackberry isn't that good. This actually has a taste to it. Moving on to the pine needle, which I'm really excited about, and I think it's going to taste very good. That was actually really good. Like, I would drink that. This is definitely going to the top. It's going to be hard to beat that. Like, that tasted like really good tea. Moving on to the sassafras tea, which I think it'll probably take first or second place, if I'm going to be honest. That definitely helped it out. I think I could have used a little less, half and half, but it had like a sweet, almost root beer flavor, but not in a bad way. That was very good. I would have to say that the pine needle and the sassafras tea were the best by far, but I would have to go with the pine needle tea being the best. Well, that is it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like, and if you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy some of my other videos, so go check out my channel if you haven't already, and click right over here if you want to see one of my first ever videos where I'm making pine needle tea. Let me warn you, it wasn't good, and yeah, you can click right there to go check out my channel. I'll see y'all on the next adventure.